What it do, my people? You already know who it is. It's your boy Rose Kennels, Behemoth Bloodline. And today, you already know I got my partner in crime with me, Big Bro. And, you know, we got another special guest for y'all, man. We got the Bully Boss Kennels, man, CEO, man.
Yo, yo,
Um,
yo.
go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, man. Give them, let them know where you're located and stuff like that. And we'll get right into it.
You, yeah, my bad. I had a phone call come through, but yeah, man, much love and respect to all breeders, all newbies, all old heads, all OGs. Hey, man, ain't nothing but breeding going on. A whole lot of breeding going on, man. I'm the Bully Boss. Uh, I own Bully Boss Kennels. We've been putting it down for about 15 years, since maybe like oh 012, 013. I picked up my first bully in Atlanta from a real good, real well known breeder. I don't know if you guys know, but 404 Bully Camp, Erwin Berryman out there in Atlanta. Uh, I was looking at dogs, looking into getting into these bullies, man, and I was looking at a bunch of bullies, a bunch of American bullies. I love those dogs; they look great, but that was the first bully I ever saw. So, you know, I was into heavy Razor's Edge and Bugatti blood and all of that. And then I just, I got into the exotics. And nothing wrong with bullies. I love bullies. I love excels. I love standards. I even love APBTs. But me, I made a conscious decision to go to exotics, to keep it a buck, strictly for the money.
Okay,
Strictly,
okay.
this is a business. I want to be a successful businessman. I like nice things. I need a little bit more cash. You know what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
I just gravitated where the market was. You know what I mean? Nothing against an Bully or XL or whatever, or even Frenchies or EBs. I just felt like with the peers that I had, uh, exotics would be the play for me. And it worked out. Worked out. I grabbed my first bull like 013, 012. I paid 16,000. 16,000 for my first female. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. My first pup I sold was 15 grand. And then after that, uh 3 grand.
Okay,
That just
okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like uh a lot of people get it misconstrued just because you paid so much for your animal. uh you think, oh, is this breeding is not a get rich quick scheme, bro.
Yeah.
You got to really put in the work. You got to drop some productions. You got to build trust within the bully game.
They over there blowing you up right now.
Yeah, they don't call me. They don't call me till I'm doing something, man. It's crazy. But
But yeah, you left off on getting into breeding is not a get rich quick
yeah,
scheme.
yeah, it's not at all. I mean, when you first start, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's a labor of love. It's a
Yeah.
labor of love until you know what you're doing. You got enough respect or skin in the game to where people respect your word and know that what you're saying is factual. And there's no way to do that unless you produce. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? So me myself, I stayed in the cut. I stayed in the cut for a long time. I stayed in the cut probably 6 7 years, perfecting my craft, learning how to breed.
Okay.
A lot of people breed for color and a lot of things that just don't mean nothing when it comes to getting you a good ticket on a puppy. Uh,
Sure.
and I got caught up with that. I filled up my yard with a bunch of dogs that look good, like color wise, and what I thought was a good bull, but I never been judged. I wasn't doing dog shows and stuff like that. So I actually really myself, even though I was breeding bullies, I didn't know what a good bull looked like. So
Let's touch on that real quick. Let's touch on that.
yeah, yeah,
So when you first started out and you said you went 6 years before you even came out the cut,
right.
how did you feel on a production rate status building your yard?
Well, First things first, I came in the game wrong.
Okay.
I came in with a male. That's
Okay.
I don't recommend that for anybody. If you're
Okay.
any young breeders listening, uh, you know, don't buy no male. Don't buy a male. Buy a female and produce your own male. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Because before anybody wants to use your stud, they want to see if you're a reputable breeder, if you're trustworthy. If you just bought a male, nobody's gonna send you $5,000 to breed to your male. You ain't dropped one litter yet, or nobody knows you in the game. You know, you're not trustworthy. So I mean, and then there's a lot of promotion and stuff that goes along to it. You need to learn how to breed and like and put a vision together. And once
Okay.
your peers see that vision, you know, now I could see myself spending some money with you. So like I bought a male first. And it was really hard. It was really hard. I didn't understand, like, oh well, anybody want to breed to my male? Nobody wants to breed to your male if you ain't produced nothing, if you ain't
Yeah.
shows and stuff like that. Like you gotta have a lineage. You gotta have, a track record. And it's really hard to do that when you start from a male, unless you drop 30 bands to to one of these top name kennels and you have that, that offspring from a big name stud. That's really hard to do. That's really hard to do. There are some people that do it, but I wouldn't recommend it for somebody that's just jumping in the game. That's what I did. I ended up buying a bunch of dogs, and it just didn't work out that way. I ended up having to revamp and get a female, and then start from there and just go to top studs or the best studs that I saw that was yo, absolutely. So and that's what it is. I mean, you gotta start from something that you could build with, you could build a vision with, and that would be female. That would be female, and then just start producing. Get a good female, and then go to a stud that you feel like complements your female, and then produce your male because you know where the dad's coming from, you know his lineage. I mean, you buy a male, you really don't know what that male gonna be.
So starting based off of that, what blood did you go based off? Starting
Started
your camp.
when I really got into exotics, I started off with Miyagi blood. That was when I really started doing my thing. Um,
Okay.
I had, like I said, I had some Razor's Edge, I had some Bugatti blood, I had some, I had some stuff that was considered old school, you know,
Okay.
because the game changes. You got to move with the game. You got
Yeah,
to,
you definitely gotta go with the market.
and I believe in people that believe in a vision. You know what I'm saying? You get something and then you sticking with it. You sticking with it. But the game changes. Now you got a yard full of these dogs that ain't really selling right. You know,
Yeah, they're not in trend.
you got 30 dogs that you like, dang, how come everybody's sleeping on me? It's not that. It's just you're not staying up with the times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different, like muzzle size changes. People want shorter dogs. People want bone. People want the Hummer fronts. When these new when these new aspects come into play, you got to put that in your yard. Period, or you're gonna get left behind. And so when I jumped in, I grabbed me some Miyagi blood because that was hot. Mr. Miyagi
Okay.
doing his thing at the time.
Hmm.
I jumped directly into Miyagi blood and filled my yard up.
So how did that work dealing with the ABKC and the way the standards was?
Yeah, man. The way the standards was, I mean, I didn't have too much of a problem with it because I gotta keep it real, man. A lot of people want to hear a fairy tale, and it's just not. It's just this is no fairy tale. Breeding ain't no way. I mean, there's no such thing as a fairy tale of you know breeding business. Like you gotta work for it. So no, people that breed, they didn't buy from me. I concentrated on my peers. I concentrated on people that I trusted, vetted clients, first time buyers, and then start building your own following. You understand
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Breeders, they be hating. They be hating. If you got a nice dog or you got something good going on, they ain't finna like your post. I mean, so don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up on the other breeders. Because y'all in the same lane. They not dying to buy from you. What you need to do is build your following and show people what you got. Keep dropping litters, produce. Okay, you might have spent $15,000 on your female, but bro, $3,000 is okay to take. There's nothing wrong with taking three grand. You know what I'm saying? Drop some litters, and then you can tell people like how valuable, and they see the track record, then they can see the value in your dog. Like, hey, I've been dropping $3,000 litters for 5-6 years. You can see my lineage. You see what I do. Ain't nothing less than 8,000. Ain't nothing less than 5,000. And then then you go from there. So like, yeah, it wasn't great at first. You know what I'm saying? I still made money, more money than I ever did. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I never sold nothing for $5,000 before bullies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Not one thing for 5,000. I mean, I sold a car, but like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I
hey,
mean,
when I first had my first litter, I didn't even know how to ask for 10,000. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna tell this nigga 10,000 now. How much? You know what I'm
let me
saying?
hit
Like,
these.
I never fixed my back to say $10,000 for anything I own. So it was just like, you can't be scared. You gotta understand vet bills, food, these kennels, they cost a lot of money, and then your time, you know what I'm saying, and
Exactly.
the research that you got to do. You got your family helping pick up dog crap. You know what I mean? You got a lot of variables that add up to $10,000 per dog. But a lot of people don't see it like that. You know what I mean? Because you still used to it being a labor of love. You got to turn it into some business. Like, look, I spent this, and this. So every dog, boom, that's $3,000 in there. Now, what do I want for the dog? You know what I'm saying? Three grand, the vet bill, the food, the room and board, the gas money, the dog shows, and all of that. I need 3 bands just off the rip. And then what do I
Sure.
need? You know what I'm saying? Then you can understand like why these dogs are so valuable. You know what I'm saying? So like it takes a while before you can say, man, damn that. I need 10. I
Yeah.
need 10. I straight up need 10 to get my money back. And then you're actually starting to make some money, man. So
At
yeah.
that point, you're placing your value.
Yeah.
Let me hit these comments real quick. We got some people up in here in the chat. My brother Bandit Line Kennels in the house. What it do, good brother? Gas and Go Kennels is in the house. What it do, family?
What up? What up?
Michigan made Bullies Kennels is in the house. What it do, family? If y'all got any questions, make sure y'all go ahead and drop them in the chat, and I'll get directly to them, and I ask the good brother. The next one I want to go with, bro, is so how you're talking about people hating on your dog and stuff like that. Um, what was something that you did when something like that came at hand?
Well, you can't worry about that, bro. You can't. You can't. I mean, every business, there's gonna be somebody else that thinks they're better than you, or there's somebody that doesn't want to be in the same room with you. You know what I'm saying? You might, you pose a threat to their money. And I mean, there's enough money to go around for everybody, but the way the human beings work, we got a problem with anybody on our block selling the same thing we got. It's like, somebody's, but it's not like that. So like, I didn't worry about it, man. Like these dog dudes, you got to be in the game for a long time before our peers start buying from us. So, I kept concentrating on who was buying dogs from me, people that I knew, you know what I'm saying, homies, and then gradually started increasing the price, and then constantly marketing and constantly, you got to put your dogs in these people's faces, man. Like these breeders talk all this and that about people putting their dogs out, but they do the same thing. Put your dog in these people's faces every day. Nobody goes to www.fyourdog.com anymore. Nobody does that. Everybody got their phone in their hand and they on Facebook. So that's why I should see your dog every day, every morning. Every morning you need to get up and post your dog. Get up, post your dog. You need to have content. Everything is content. Everything.
Consistent. Consistent. If you're talking about promotion.
Consistently make them. Like, nobody's gonna give it to you. You gotta make them respect your dog. Make them respect your dog. So once I got my breeding game together, I realized what I wanted in my yard. I realized what good wool was. I started making the appropriate breedings. I started doing the appropriate breeding. I started complimenting my female instead of saying, "Oh, this dog is hot." He may be hot, but he don't compliment my female.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We don't, the vision ain't there. This dog is just hyped up, and because everybody using them, they say they getting 20 bands for him, but he's not producing. He's not, or he doesn't compliment my female. You gotta understand what it is to put two dogs together and get what you need. Your bitch got a high rear, or your female has a high rear, you need to get you a male with a nice short back, with a nice short rear, you know, and tighten that up. She got a long muzzle, grab you a male that has a shorter muzzle. Know how to put those together and create the dog you need. It is not the dog you have, it's the one you produce. And it took me a while to understand that. But luckily I had some OGs in the game that gave me some advice, and I listened. And I plain
So
and simple.
before we tap in on your current vision, let's give the people, was it hard for you to learn how to promote your dog, or how was that journey for you?
Well, number one, you got to keep an open mind. Okay. We all have nice dogs. We all have beautiful dogs, but there's no perfect dog. There's no such thing as a perfect dog. So when it comes to like promoting your dog, and you gotta be willing to put your dog out there and get constructive criticism, figure out what's going on with what you got, and then build your vision from there. You can't be hard headed and be like, "Yo, my dog is fire," and they're hating, but there's a reason why people aren't tapping in. Number one, and that's what you need to go for. You know what I'm saying? You need to go for that. So I don't know if I forgot your question. What was the question again?
I was saying, so pretty much how was the journey learning how to promote your dog?
Well, watching. I mean, be like I said, don't be hard headed. Be observant. Watch. Uh, well, this is how I'm gonna promote my dog. I'm just gonna shoot my dog on my iPhone, and if they don't like it, they hating. No, that's not it. You're not promoting your dog the way a professional would. Like when I go get my shoes at Foot Locker, right? I go grab the Jordans because they're sitting in a glass case, spinning with a spotlight on it, with some music like
You,
like
you feel me?
it's all about presentation.
Yeah, presentation for sure. That appearance to the eye.
Absolutely. So, I mean, presentation is everything. Okay, so if your dog is tied up behind grandma's house or on a tree, I'm not sure if I want any of those colors. You know what
Nah.
I'm saying? And so, what really helped me out was just stepping up my promotion, stepping up my presentation. You know, I don't go live when my house is dirty. He was like, "Bro, let's do this interview." I'm like, "Well, let me make sure everything over here is straight." You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see, tires hanging. You're not gonna see crap all in my yard. You're not gonna see the dogs I don't want seen. You just, it's presentation.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so that's the main key. Just getting on the same playing field with everybody else. The only thing that they're doing is spending money on their marketing. And that's a big thing. I know a lot of us don't have it, but it's a big thing. It will help your marketing out. People like myself, I want the best of the best. So, if you bring it to me in some shiny wrapping, I'm most likely gonna buy it.
For sure.
Period. I mean, it doesn't mean it's better, but I still want the shiny wrapping. You understand what I'm saying? So,
I know
wrap
exactly
the
what you're
dog
saying.
in a shiny presentation, people are gonna gravitate to that more. I mean, like I said, it's just marketing. It's marketing.
Yeah.
You gotta put it in front of people to where they want it, and a lot of times it's not Not even the dog. It's you.
Yeah.
It's you. They want to be you. They want a dog like you. They want a car like you. They want a girl like you. And you need to make that available. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if your girl don't look all that hot, that's why, you know what I mean? If your car is a bucket, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be you. You know what I'm saying? If your dog is, you got to make people want your dog. But you can't buy this dog. But what I can do is sell you a puppy. What you can do is breed to this dog, but they don't know how great your dog is until you put your dog on display. Everything is content. Everything is content. Record everything. Make videos, make reels. Put your dog up. I don't care. You think you're annoying people? Annoy them some more. Make them delete you. Make them respect you. Put your dog in their face. Don't listen to these goofies. Oh, if you like your own post, I'm going to delete you. Let me tell you what liking your own post do. It puts you back on the top of the algorithm. Like your own post. I don't care who says it's corny. Like your own post. Tag everybody. If they don't like it, they'll delete you. It's called marketing. There's not one day I don't turn on the TV and McDonald's ain't pushing that nasty ass McRib burger. You understand what I'm saying? It
For
ain't
sure.
one day I don't see. You know what I'm saying? Like you got, and you don't even be wanting the McRib burger and shit. They're like, man, after 10 years, the McRib is back. You like, have one of those, but fuck it, you go buy one. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it's because it's in your face. You can't help but to see the damn McRib burger. So every morning at 5 o'clock, I make a post, and I'm on the West Coast. So what this does, if you make a post at 5 o'clock on the West,
Yep.
it's 8 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. And what they doing at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Getting up,
They getting up.
getting ready for work.
Checking their messages or who
Checking
the
messages.
notifications.
They sitting on the toilet, and the first thing they see, your dog. You feel me? That catches their morning time, and their morning time keeps you popping until our people wake up. You know,
Yep.
so like you can't make a post at 8 o'clock at night and then be mad that you only got 17 likes. The day over with, everybody sleep now. If you make a post at 8 o'clock on the West Coast, it's midnight over there.
Yeah, anybody seeing that?
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna see that. And then it's not gonna jump to the top of the algorithm, bro. It's like the more likes, the more comments, the more that keeps you relevant. So grab them in the morning while they on the toilet smoking them whatever and going through their phone. The first thing they see, boom, you got your first like at 8 o'clock in the morning. Your post is gonna be rocking all night.
Bing, 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 bing.
Bing, bing. You got morning, you got noon rush, and then you got when I just got off of work rush, and then you got laying in my bed about to go to work rush. You got 4 opportune times to keep your post at the top of the algorithm.
For
And that's
sure.
how I do it. That's how I do it. There might be a sign. I'm not Zuckerberg or nothing, or his apprentice or nothing, but that's how I see it working. You know what I mean? And
For
that's
sure.
that's just what I do, bro.
I got a good question for you from my good brother, Michigan made Bully Kennels. He
Okay.
said, how long have you been breeding?
Oh man, I've been breeding since I was a jit, bro. But I've only been dealing with exotics since 012. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I started off with pit bulls. I mean, who didn't? You know,
Exactly.
pit bulls when I was 6 years old, breed, you know. And I had cane corsos, dobies, uh, and I had rottweilers and stuff. But I'm gonna give you some real game. No matter what you've been breeding, when you start dealing with bullies, forget everything you knew. Forget everything you knew. Breeding bullies is a whole different type of animal. So like, so what if you're a breeder or you've been breeding? Have you been breeding bullies? Have you been breeding exotics? Because these dogs are something like a whole different beast when it comes to progesterones, AIs, TCIs, surgical AIs, reverse progesterones, uh, ultrasounds and all this other shit. You ain't have to do that with a pit bull.
So let's touch in on that. I've been hearing a lot about TCIs and surgicals and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
What's the difference between them?
Okay. Now, to my understanding, like I've done a few TCIs. If I'm not mistaken, the TCI is when they go in and with a camera, I guess, with a camera, and they go in there and they drop it in. The surgical, the surgical is when they make a small incision under the belly button, pull out the tubes, they pull out the horn, and they inject semen directly in on top of the eggs.
Okay.
That's all I do. I don't do any AIs. I don't do natural ties. I don't even do TCIs anymore. I do straight surgicals, and that's just what works for me. If AIs work for you, do it. Do it. But I like to be a little bit more confirmed in my breed. If I go outside of my yard, I'm spending $5,000 on semen. Uh, what's another $1,000 to make sure I got a birth? You know what I'm saying? That's just
For
how
sure.
I do it. You know what I'm saying? I got to have a little bit more assurance that I'm gonna have a pregnancy. And I got buddies that do it themselves. I got buddies that do natural ties, and they don't miss. But
So
whatever.
what's the go that way, son, please. So what's the regulations on that now? I've been hearing in certain places like out there in Baltimore, it's illegal to breed now. Um,
What?
yeah, like I had a stop, son, stop, go. I had a homeboy where they went and took his whole camp, bruh, and left him with one dog.
Wow. I didn't.
Yep.
So I don't know. I guess a letter went out to a veterinarian office saying that they're going to stop dealing with American bullies and all total. There's been so many stuff, little incidents going on with people losing their whole litters or the vet office killing their dogs and stuff like that. And just overall, the people's they looking down on these dogs now. If people aren't filing taxes on their dogs and they're talking about, oh, I'm making this much money off the dogs and stuff like that, they're starting to look for that stuff now. So
Absolutely.
um, I don't know what they do down there where you're at, or if you came across certain situations where the vet has turned people away and they don't want to deal with the American bully at all with the breeding, with the assistance of breeding.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with California. This is the bully. This is the where it all starts. Pretty
For
much
sure. Right here on the West
start
Coast.
bullies. You know what I'm saying? Like all the best dogs come out of California. So I don't see California keep doing that at all anytime soon. However, I mean, it does make sense. I mean, it does make sense. It's unfortunate now that, I mean, a lot of people in bullies, man, let's keep it real. You got a lot of ex-cons. You got a lot of people that changed their lives for this. And if we understand the powers that be, they don't want people like us making money. Okay. Some people, have no other way to make money without getting child support or this or that or whatever. And it's a way. I suggest people just, do their best to do it the right way. Get your LLC. You know what I'm saying? Get legitimized. Go through the steps you need to do to get your legitimized. I mean, even if it ain't in your name or whatever, like do whatever you got to do to make sure your dogs can't be taken. Now, when it comes to states that have banned it, I really don't have any. I can't speak on something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's the first time I've heard of that in Baltimore, but I could see it being an issue. A lot of people are losing money, and you got to think about who is running the bully game. You know what I'm saying? We got a
Well,
lot.
they trying to run the bully
We
game.
got a
They
lot
not
of.
running it.
We got a lot of black and a lot of brown and minorities run
Right.
the bully game. So I could see why it would get stigmatized. I could see how it would be taboo. I could see why they are attacking us because we're making a lot more money than people selling everything else.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I think another thing is too, bro. You know how the American bully is a mixed breed. How it's people out there that have been trying to create their own stuff.
Mm.
And their dogs might be hot dogs, you feel me? And there's been a lot of attacks with little kids and women, or just the owner being attacked by their dog.
Huh.
And I think that plays a part into it too. So I don't know if they're going to try to come back out with a BSL law just like they did the American Pit Bull Terriers back in the day where they're abandoning
Uh-huh.
them. It's just something where we need to start paying attention to our regulations and the bills that's being passed in our counties.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're active in your community, I would say definitely, show up to your town hall and put your word in. You know what I mean? Because every voice counts. Go in there, do vote, do whatever you got to do. But you know, man, fortunately, we're not running into that over here. I mean, out of sight, out of mind. It's unfortunate that's going down in different counties and different
And
states of the
that's a
country.
blessing. That's a blessing, brother. That's a blessing.
Uh, but yeah,
Now,
go ahead.
let's tap in. Let's tap in into your vision.
No,
Um,
no, no. Save his vision for later. Let's tap
save his
into. Yeah, let's tap
save his
into.
vision for later. Go ahead,
Yeah,
jump in one, big
yeah,
bro. Hit
yeah,
him with one.
yeah.
Hit him with one real quick, big bro.
Yeah, let's tap into when was it when you first started going to dog shows and how was it? How did the people accept you and your dog? Because I see you got a lot of trophies now. I see. Listen,
Right,
I'm
right.
I'm
So
tuning in. I'm tuning in. Every time you go to the show, I see you take something home.
I appreciate you tapping in and checking me out, man. But uh man, I ain't gonna lie, I was afraid of dog shows. I was afraid of dog shows because like I said, well, if I haven't said, I'm a perfectionist. I don't like to look stupid. I don't like to look ignorant. Put it that way. I don't like to look like I don't know. So when I grabbed my dogs, I didn't know how to stack a dog. I didn't know how to breed a dog. And I felt like, see, a lot of people don't know every dog ain't a show dog.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a breeder, you understand. If a real breeder, you understand that. You have show dogs, you have pet homes, you have breeding stock. You understand what I'm saying? Some dogs are just breeding stock. Just because they cost a lot of money don't mean they need to be in the ring.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I was, you know, I, I was cool with. I was like, okay, well, I got these dogs. Like I said, it's not the dog you got, it's the one you create. Now it's time to create something good enough for show. So, to make a long story a little bit longer, uh, I just went to shows to try to find a dog to breed to network, to get to know some people. I might have brought my dog on a leash, but I didn't compete at all. Um, it took me some years until I decided to go in. Now, once I did, it's it's rough. It's rough because unless let's stacking class, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what to do until you see other people doing it with their dog. You know what I'm saying? If you came in like me with not that many, but you got to know what to do. You got to know what the judges are looking for, and all of that. So I didn't do well. I lost a lot. I put dogs in the ring that never should have been in the ring. You need to stay home, and breed your dog. I ain't saying not go to shows, but leave your dog at home if they're not show quality so you don't get your feelings hurt. We all love our dogs. We all
So
think we have great dogs.
so
But when
how long? So how long until you realize like this wasn't the right dog for me to take to the show?
I don't know if you noticed BB Shock Top, BBK Shock Top, my number one stud right now. Uh, honestly, when I created him, I knew I had something. Uh, when you take your dog to the dog show, you have to understand that dog becomes the face of your brand.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Now, if it's a reindeer, is that a good decision?
Hell no.
Because they gonna
You
call
know,
you out on it.
yeah, and you're gonna see people posting up pictures of your dog, and you need to really be able to, like I said, take constructive criticism, look at your dog compared to what's hot, look how close your dog is to that, and then build a vision on how you need to get to a competitive standpoint with your yard. Your vision needs to be competitive. All right, you have it down, but what dogs do you need to implement in your yard to be competitive? And then wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting, bro. There's nothing wrong with going to the show and fun and all of that. I mean, I see a lot of people put their dog because I MC dog shows and I do judging myself. I see a lot of people in there with dogs that are nice, but I wouldn't have brought them to a dog show because that's the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people you can't tell them nothing. You can't
Mm-hmm.
tell them nothing. Like, hey, bro, your dog's feet are toe up. I wouldn't put him in the ring, bro. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I wouldn't even bring him to the show because that's like I said, that's the face of your brand.
But
You know,
they'll take it as hate.
yeah, take it like I said, you can't even tell people about the dog. You just gotta let them. You just gotta let them lose a bunch. You know,
Yeah, just let them have their own trial and tribulations.
absolutely, absolutely. And then if they're smart, they're not gonna keep on paying them $25, them 30, 40, 50, whatever, however much it costs to put your dog in the show. You're not gonna keep losing that money. You know,
See where people mess up at, they think IG really the dog show. Because they the facts. They yeah, I'm stack off on IG. I'm one on IG. Then they enter the ring, their feelings get hurt.
your feelings get hurt. Yeah, man. IG is cool, and I love the fact that we didn't. Man, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I had 2,000 followers up until maybe 3 months ago.
Mm.
I'm gonna be real. I
Real
know more cleaner exotic breeders on Facebook than I know on Instagram.
facts. So I feel like Facebook is a little more forgiving,
Underrated.
a
Underrated.
little bit more forgiving than IG. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? But you you don't get no likes. You get on IG, man, you get 7 likes. You go live, you get 3 people on your live, you know what I'm saying? So I had a big following on Facebook already, and I just used my resource. I just used the people that I already knew. I'm in the entertainment business. I knew a lot of people that made money. I didn't make a separate page. I want to be transparent all the way through. They're like, make a dog page. Why? I got lawyers on my page. You know what I'm saying? They got money. I'm not gonna start all over with nothing and nobody who knows me. I know people, and once they see my hustle, after a while they be like, "Damn, bro, I see what you're doing, man. I think I want to get in them bullies, man." You know what I'm saying? These are the people that I go to. I'm not worried about dog people.
Mm-hmm.
Dog dog people don't buy nothing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They trying to do the same thing you do. Break your back trying to sell to these dog people if you want to. All right. It's the people that you already know. You already got the product. You just need to make your product more attractive. You know,
Mm-hmm.
man, have fun with your dog. I have puppy playtime. I do weird things with my dogs, and I make people, man, I want a dog. Like, I want to be able to do that with my dog. I go fishing. I put my dog on a boat with me. I want to take my dog fishing. You feel me? That's what makes people want to go ahead and say, man, baby, can I spend 8 and she'll,
Mm-hmm.
you know why? Well, check this out. This nigga, you know what I'm saying? He doing this and doing that. Okay, well, what? Okay, that's but somebody else that's doing what you doing, man. They don't care, bro. They don't care. They don't support. They won't give you no likes and all of that. I mean, once you do get to that level, it's wonderful. It's great to have other people in the dog world buy from you. But man, please don't think that's what makes these people make it. A lot of these people aren't selling the dog people. They'll go in their own state, take out $10,000 put the $1,500 that they really sold the dog for, and be talking about, yeah, man, appreciate him coming through. You feel me? He just cashed out. I couldn't help it. Whoop de whoop, and then he'll peel them 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll put all that. Come on, bro. I mean, all that's cap. Now there is big breeders out there making that money, but you can count them on 2 hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't think you gotta every dog you produce is $10,000 and $15,000. I mean, he may be worth it, but you know, we just finished with COVID. We just had 2 retarded ass presidents. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, not everybody got bread like that. So
Yeah, you really only need one to sell for that.
yeah, so one, and then do some favors, bless some families. You know what I'm saying? And then you bless the family, they'll come back and buy another dog for the actual price. You know what I'm saying? Because they love that dog so much. You know,
Mm-hmm.
don't be don't be scared to have good customer service. A lot of people just rude on the phone. If you ain't talking money right away and you got questions, they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give you questions. They don't want to, they have terrible customer service, and that blocks a lot of your money.
Yeah,
blocks.
you gotta be a you gotta be a people person. You gotta know how to.
Of course, and then to make $10,000, you need $10,000 clientele.
For
Period.
sure.
Like I started off in Atlanta, Georgia, on East Atlanta, Old National Highway, on Godby Road. I was in the bricks. I had $10,000 dogs. These niggas driving around $2,000 cars. How they gonna buy my dogs? Priority.
Okay.
They can't afford my. So I had to put myself in a place to where people had the revenue to afford my dog.
Okay.
My peers couldn't. So I moved from Atlanta to California because there's more economic. It's more economically sound. Where what I'm saying, when it comes to getting these dogs off, you know,
Okay.
you need to market in those different areas too, different places and stuff. Different bully boards, different states that got more money. You need to do that. You can't just be stuck in one area, man.
So now that you got the perfect male for the show ring,
Yeah.
how often do you travel and take him to shows?
Okay. So real important. Uh, I treat my dog like a president candidate. I run campaigns every year. I mean, these dog shows cost a lot of money to travel. Um, and you they Rumble in the Jungle. I'm going to Rumble in the Jungle in Texas coming up soon. It's going to be one of the biggest dog shows. But that's way in Texas. I'm in Cali. That's 65 hours driving there and back. Okay.
Damn.
Woo.
Isn't that one of June's shows?
Yeah, that's June Williams' show. Big up to June, matter of fact. But yeah, that's the homie. That's one of his shows. I've been going to the Rumble, every Rumble in the Jungle ever since he's been having it. I've been going to the
All
big,
right. So since
big
you since
network
since
opportunity.
you since you tapped in on that experience,
Yeah,
I don't know June personally, but
yeah.
I have a mutual friend that knows him,
Okay.
and I paid attention to how he judges dogs
Uh-huh.
and just his overall vision on the dogs. Period, what he wants
Uh-huh.
to see.
Uh-huh.
What's your take on that?
Well, I can't have a take on what June's vision. I can't have a take on what June thinks a good dog is. Um, I mean, being a judge myself, I go for certain things that I feel like is is acceptable in the ring. Some judges are a little bit more strict, much respect to it. Some judges are a little bit more lax. But people don't understand, when it comes to getting in that ring, you are there to be judged.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be judged. People get upset like, hey, you put your dog on a line with all these dogs. Uh, all these dogs have equal opportunity to win. Okay. Now, me myself, I breed exotics. I only show my dogs against exotics.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I don't put my dog in ring. I don't like do best blue, because you got blue Frenchies, blue cane corsos, blue EBs, and blue Frenchies. I'm not gonna put my dog in the ring with working dogs. You know what I'm saying? And then they gotta run around the ring because I got exotics. It's been 5 hours. He's not finna run around that ring. You understand what I'm saying? And that APBT gonna moonwalk around that ring.
For sure.
I know. You just gotta know. So like, I mean, and when somebody picks a APBT over a bully or over a Frenchie, you gotta understand on what he's judging it on. You know what I'm
The
saying?
dog overall movement structure.
Overall movement. Now, a good judge knows how an exotic moves,
Mm-hmm.
and is not going to say, oh, just because it's an APBT and his feet light and feet like a cat and he's gonna frolic over the line and around the circles like that. But that's how APBT moves. But this is how a good exotic should move. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you get in the ring and your dog won't walk, the problem is you haven't trained your dog to walk. You just train it in the stack and sit there and you need to put a little bit more work in. I don't care if you use treats or whatever. train your dog to walk a circle, bro.
Yeah, all you need is a show lead.
It's that easy. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't do that. I don't do that with my dog. If I if I know they gotta walk, I be like, all right, whatever. I'm just, my dog ain't gonna do it. Not after 5 hours of dog show. He ain't gonna walk like, he's not gonna be uppity and full of energy and stuff like that. So I just don't. So what I do personally, that's just me. I do stack offs and I do best exotic, best micro, because I know they ain't gonna ask my dogs to do more than what they're expected to do. They're not gonna have to do the same thing a cane corso will.
For sure.
They're
My
like,
good
hey,
brother.
y'all walk to me and walk back. Y'all walk around the corner. My dog looking at them like, shit, I ain't finna do none of that. So, I mean, man, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't sit up there and go to a dog show and spend $500 on classifications. And your dog ain't gonna do good in but one of them. You know what I'm saying? You're trying your luck.
My good brother Soul Power said, I disagree. I'm from Cali and I live in the greater Atlanta area. And I see more money out there than I saw in Cali.
Hold up, say that again. It's breaking up just a little bit.
My good brother Soul Power said, I disagree. He's from Cali and he lives in the greater Atlanta area. And he sees more money out there than he ever saw in Cali.
You see more money in Atlanta than you ever seen in Cali.
That's what he said. The guy said. I
Well,
mean, to each his own.
that's to
Can't
each his
nobody
own.
count each other pockets. That's
I
to
mean,
each his own.
are you trying to sell your dogs on Old National Highway like I was?
We don't
That's
know.
the. Because see me, I just wasn't in the right circles. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have, and this was 10 years ago. Okay, now Atlanta is just now starting to. Atlanta is starting to pick up a lot more. But tell me who was breeding 10 years ago. I'll wait. Give me a big name kennel 10 years ago. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? It was very hard to get dogs off then. And I've been back in Cali for 10 years now. You know what I mean? And that was the heart of it. No disrespect to Atlanta. Big ups Atlanta. I love Atlanta. But when it comes to me getting my dogs off for a good price, it just wasn't happening. All my dogs were going out of state.
Well, 10 years ago, only exotic dog was blues.
Blues, exactly. There was no more. It was all blue Miyagi's.
Yeah.
There wasn't hardly no lilacs. You know what I'm saying? It was all Dax. It was all who was it? Dax, Bolo, and what's that other day? Bullseye and all that other shit. But 10 years ago, it really wasn't that big in Atlanta. Now in Atlanta, everybody got a bully.
Yeah, because your favorite rapper got a bully. Once a rapper got it, everybody wants it.
Right. And to keep it a buck, rappers don't got no good dogs.
No.
I ain't seen a rapper yet with a hitter. I'll wait for that too. These millionaires weren't around with reindeers. So show me.
So all right, let's go ahead and let's tap into your vision for him. So from where you started and where you're at now, what made you what is your vision? Like how you first started, you already gave us that. Now where are you at with it now?
Did you hear that? I can finish it. He said, when you started and where you at now, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I'm gonna give you 5 years. Next 5 years. Where you see you in your camp? Where would you want to see you in your camp at?
All right, so when it comes to my camp, man, first of all, my vision is built for my camp. And everybody in my camp, I only have about maybe 3 or 4 kennel partners. And they were first-time dog owners. I didn't want anybody in my camp that knew it all. I wanted to teach within. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to bully. They wanted to learn this game. They had some paper. They had some, some drive. They had some determination. And then I taught them. You know what I'm saying? And basically, you got to look at Bulsachi. Look at Miyagi. Look at Bait. Okay? They all got camps. And everybody in their camp is running off of their studs. You got to build You got to build your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? You need to get your generations in and build your bloodline. So, like, all I'm trying to do right now, my vision is just to get everybody who's been rocking with Bully Boss Kennels to be successful breeders. I want to give them all the tools they need to be successful. And in turn, that's going to give back to the brand. You
So
understand
when
what
your
I'm
book,
saying?
so when your book coming out,
What'd you say?
when your book coming out.
You know what? My good friend Mike Diego. Shouts out to Mike Diego. Showtime Bullies. Uh, he's done put out a book that, man, he ain't leave nothing out. He ain't
Okay.
leave nothing out, man. Uh, there's always some money out there to be made. Maybe I'll make a book, um, or something like that in the future. But like I said, like, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to concentrate. Even though I've been 15 years in, I'm still learning every day. You know what I mean? And I feel like if I was to put out a book, I would definitely have to be satisfied with my program, satisfied with, my mark in the culture, and then I would, then I could put out a book. I'm not gonna say I don't know nothing. I mean, because the things that I know have been working for me and many other people. It's just that, I don't like to step on toes. I'm the type of dude, like, if I got OGs in the room, I shut up. You know what I'm saying? I shut up. I let them do the talking, and I let my dogs do the talking until I'm an OG in the game. I'm an OG as a person. I'm 43 years old, and I've been through some things. But when it comes to these dogs, I'm only 10 years in. My OG's been in 30 and 40 years. I don't need to write no book yet. You know what I'm saying? Out of respect to my OGs, because nigga, who the fuck am I? I mean, who the F am I? You feel me? Excuse the cussing, but you know what I mean? I ain't nobody in the game yet when it comes to the people that I know. And if I was to write a book and they haven't, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's disrespectful. It's just, me stepping out a little bit before I earned it. I mean, ain't nobody gonna, I mean, why buy my book if I don't got 5, 10 generations on the ground to improve it? If I'm not successful in all my camps successful, you know what I mean? I mean, writing a book, that's clout chasing. Clout chasing, because I really have no success story to give you. You know what I mean? If I really do have a real success story and I'm sitting and I'm comfortable like, a lot of these other big name breeders, yeah, a book would be dope. A book would be dope. But right now, I'm just concentrated on camp and my vision. You know what I mean? And to get back to my vision, man, I just feel like I'm still working. I'm still working. I just finally created a dog that has the wow factor. The next thing to do to that is outproducing. So I'm grinding for a son. You know what I'm saying? I'm grinding for a son. Then go 2 times, my boy, and then start working my blood into my camp. Have my camp push the blood. You know what I mean? And I mean, you gotta learn from example, so you can lead by example. So, I mean, first I'm learning. I'm seeing what all the big camps are doing. I'm not copying, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. These guys know what it is. You get something that's a wow factor, then you bring it to the shows and you let everybody know this is the face of my camp. This is the type of product that I'm producing. This is what you can be guaranteed when you come to my brand.
To
You know
get
what I'm saying? And it takes a long time to be able to do that because these litters are inconsistent. Let everybody tell you, don't care what they tell you. Oh, because, bro, these dogs are new. Okay, there's all type of this and that and all this and that. These litters come out, boy, you'll have 2, 3 hitters, and I don't even know what to call the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's really important to find that wow factor and then whip in the bowl until your litters are consistent. You got to breed out all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Breed it all out and then keep whipping in the bowl until you can have a consistent litter according to your vision, the look you want. You looking for tails. You want to finally get tails back in there. Breed your tails back in. We got a lot of dogs running around here with no tails. It's unfortunate, but even I got dogs with no tails and shit. But a real breeder, what that dog can produce. You know, uh, when it comes to exotics, I really don't mind. I really don't care about a tail, but a tail is the goal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's a first time breeder, they want the dog, they want a tail on it. They don't know that, ones with the tails actually produce more bullier dogs. But that recessive gene, is gonna have that tail gone if you got a lot of bulldog in your blood.
That's what it is.
So what's something you would tell the shorties that's trying to get into the game?
Buy a female. Buy a female. You know what I'm saying? Buy a female and study. Do your research to take that female to the best stud your money can buy. And I don't mean the best stud money can buy, the best stud your money can buy. If all you have is $2,500, buy the best stud you can find for $2,500. You know what
So
I'm
what
saying?
what blood would you tell them to start with?
Oh man, there's a lot of new hitters in the game right now. Me, I'm running bait, devil spit, Miyagi. That's pretty much what I'm pushing in my yard. I've been whipping in the bowl with that for a minute. I got some other stuff in there too, but some bait, devil spit, Miyagi. Uh, but man, there's so many new hitters out there like Problems. You got Devarian Lewis's dog. What's that dog? Takeoff. That Takeoff blood is hot. That El Toro Loco blood is real hot right now. Let me see here. And I'm tapped into the streets, so I'm telling you right now. I mean, there's a lot of big names out there, but I see what's producing.
What about 5150?
5150, one of my favorite dogs. However, um, man, one of my favorite dogs. Let me say this so it don't sound like hate. Um, he just he just look. His body's a little more old school. I like him a little more bully. He's muscled up. He's got the bows. He's got the man. He's like the perfect dog. He's like the perfect mix between an am bully and an exotic bully. He's like the cleanest exotic. Even if you want to call him an exotic, I don't even know if they call him exotic or whatever. But man, the dog is put together beautifully. But it's a different style. It's a different style of dogs. I could turn the camera and show you my yard. I got probably 4 different styles of bullies in my yard. You know what I'm saying? He's a particular type of dog. But he is definitely one of my favorite dogs. He's muscled up. He's boned up. He's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's a dream dog. I wouldn't exactly breed to him because my dogs are borderline. The muzzles are borderline for me. Like, I like a 2-finger muzzle, 1-finger muzzle type of dog. If I would have mixed my personal blood with 5150, I don't think I would get the results that I want. You know what I'm saying? You got to match your dog up perfectly. Even though 5150 is hard, if your dog looks more like a pit bull or more of an am bully, that's what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? I would take 5150 to a really, really bully ass dog in my yard. I would take that dog. I would take 5150 to this girl right here. Come here. Anyway, she walking by, but like I would take him to a really, really bully dog that has more of that bull look. Man, we need to get these dogs more functional. I feel like a dog like 5150 could do that because the dog, I mean, he's nice. He's nice all the way around. But me, I like my dog short. I like him stubby. I like him, boned up. And a little thicker with. But yeah, man, 5150, like I said, is one of my favorite dogs, bro. One of them. I just don't have his style of bull in my yard.
That's what's up. I don't know. I don't care for all them name dogs. That's me. That's just me.
You don't like big name dogs.
I don't care for all that. You feel what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
I'm not that type of individual that care for big name dogs. Cause like I said, if when I get into it real heavy and real deep, I want to create my own blood. So I could
Facts.
care less about 51. Me personally.
Right,
Ain't no hating. I don't hate. I love all my dog breeders and all the people that's getting money. But I could care less.
right, right.
It's just my opinion.
Man, I've had my fair share of big name breeders.
That's what I'm saying. Cause
I'll tell you,
it,
like I'm not gonna say no names because we're gonna keep it copacetic, but I went to some big name breeders, and if you know, then you know.
mm-hmm,
Pay $5,000, 3 months in advance, no lock in. Uh, went to this person's house, did the breeding in person.
mm-hmm.
Uh, had a litter full of rats. You know what I mean?
See, that's what I'm talking about. See,
Rats,
that's what I'm
rats,
talking about.
rats, bro. My dude, rats. And you know, like I said, I'm from man. I come out of the mud, bro. $5,000. It's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money to have some. You can't even sell it. So, and like I don't have no problem with going to a smaller camp, to the small camps, because these small camps that be way off in the country somewhere be having some fire, and they don't even advertise. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying? You go over their house, they got 30, 40 dogs of
mm-hmm,
some hitters, and you never even heard of them. So, like I said, do your research. You know what I mean? Use. Don't be scared to use a small camp, bro. Just, I mean, if you want good dogs, you know, like I said, do your research and stuff. And then take that to the shows. You know what I mean? Take that to the shows and then prove your dog. Prove your dog. Nobody co-signed me. Nobody ever co-signed me. You know what I'm saying? I just started attacking these shows. I started running campaigns. Like I said, my dog is running for president every year. I pick about 8 shows around the country. And then I'll do a bunch of them in Cali. Like I'll hit Florida, I'll hit North Carolina, I'll hit Atlanta, I'll hit Michigan, I'll hit New York, Vegas, and then it's a show every week in Cali. But you know what I mean? And that's because nobody gonna knock on your door and be like, hey bro, you got dogs?
mm-hmm.
Nah, hell no, they not.
Nobody gonna do that. So I go to Florida. You know what I'm saying? And even if I don't win, I walk out the ring. They be like, "Hey, bro, I think you should have got that, man. Let me get that info, contact, whoop, whoop." Now I got a Florida following. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Now now I got a stud credit in Florida. I'm gonna drop some blood in Florida. So I go to New York. I leave the ring. Even if I win or if I don't, somebody like, "Hey, man, I like that boy." You know what I'm saying? Let's connect. You gotta go. You gotta leave the house, bro.
You making
House.
you doing that footwork and you touching bases.
Yeah, and it's an investment. It's an investment. You can't just invest in your dog and be thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get rich." Your investment ain't over. Your job is not done. Now you bought the dog. Now you have to promote the dog. Remember, I said the glass case with the it's spinning and shit with the music and the fucking
And I know exactly what you're talking about. You're
you
talking
got
about like on Facebook, you got to put that money behind the promotion ads.
yes sir, yes sir. Now you like, man, y'all sleeping on my dog, but bro, you did it with an Android. You know what I'm saying? You shot that with an iPhones is nice. iPhones is nice.
You
But
got
it's
to get that. You got
but
to
it's
get
got a
that
but
GoPro.
it's got $1,000 camera with a $4,000 lens. You understand what I'm saying? Um, a lot of people talk shit about Photoshop. Let's get into that real quick. Now, there is some ridiculous Photoshop out there, bro. But it's just marketing, bro. It's just marketing. It's marketing. I don't use Photoshop at all. I don't have it. I don't know how to use it and stuff like that. But it doesn't make me mad to see other people do it, because when I do buy it, I'm gonna use the hell out of it. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. If it ain't broke, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fit. You gonna change the game. This is what people do. They even vixens, these model girls, they use Photoshop. You think all these girls ain't got no guts? You think they ain't got no wrinkles on their booty? Bro, that's Photoshop, bro. That they make up and all, they not perfect like that. You feel me? And then that's how they get the extra videos and the extras, you know, and they get flued out. You feel me? Same thing for these dogs, bro. Man, look at this. The best dogs in the game, I guarantee they Photoshop, bro. You
Word.
mad? You mad?
Word.
Spending 400 a year for the program? Go ahead and get you the program and do the same thing, but just don't go overboard like I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of people do.
Yeah. Just be very simple with it.
Be simple.
Man, I appreciate you for giving me your time, brother, and giving me this opportunity to knock this interview out.
Yes,
Yeah,
King. Yes,
Go
King.
ahead, and shout out your Instagram, all your platforms, man. Let the people know where they can find you at, fam.
yo, I appreciate everybody listening to me bump my gums, man. Shouts out to B More, man. Shouts out to Rhode Island. What's that? Is that Rhode Island? You in Rhode Island, bro?
No, Rhodes Kennels Behemoth Bloodline, but you
Oh,
know,
Rose
Road
Human Blood.
it's like Rhode Island without with the S. You feel me?
Okay, then okay, Rose Kennel be
Behemoth
Behemoth
Bloodline.
Bloodline, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm the bully boss, man. Alonzo Foster on Facebook. You can look me up just like that. ALONZOFOSTER. And I'm Cali Boss on Instagram. KALIBOSS, man. Tap in with me. If you ever need an MC or a judge for your dog show, I do that. That's what I do, man. Hit me up, DM me. I'm probably the best priced MC in the game, man. I got dogs galore. So tap in with my tap in. Oh yeah, if you need a service center, if you need to get your dog service animal certified, tap in. I can help you get that done too, man. I appreciate y'all listening to me, man, and thank you for having me on, bro.
No doubt, brother. No doubt. Go
Appreciate you,
ahead, big
King.
bro. Go
Hey,
ahead. Let them know
Appreciate
where
you,
they can
King.
find you at, big bro.
hey, much
Man,
love
listen,
to
if
you.
you don't know, you don't know. Don't
Right,
try to find me. Straight like it. If you don't know where I'm at, that means you ain't following me. If you
right.
do know where I'm at, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
All
man. It's
respect,
all
all love, bless.
You
it's
already know,
dope.
man. This is your boy Samaj from Rose Kennels Behemoth Bloodline. Make sure you like, share. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on all your new uploads. Man, y'all know my motto: support your supporters, man. Until next time, we outro.
Gone.